There are certain books in the world that go beyond being just stories, they become mirrors reflecting our own dreams, journeys, and struggles. Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist is one of those timeless treasures that has touched millions of lives across the globe. It is not merely a tale of a shepherd chasing treasure, but a poetic meditation on life itself, the pursuit of one's destiny, and the silent wisdom of the universe that speaks to those who dare to listen. The magic of the book lies in its simplicity, yet within that simplicity is hidden a profound depth that invites every reader to pause, reflect, and see their own personal legend. The journey of Santiago, the shepherd boy, is not just his alone. It belongs to every dreamer who has ever longed for more, who has felt the pull of destiny calling from far horizons, and who has wrestled with fear, doubt, and the weight of the unknown. Through Santiago, we embark on a mystical and spiritual odyssey across fields, deserts, and ancient cities, guided by omens, dreams, and the wisdom of those who appear as teachers along the way. And as Santiago learns the language of the world and the soul of the universe, so too do we, as readers, begin to sense that life is indeed a web of connections, and that when we truly desire something, the universe conspires to help us achieve it. The story begins with Santiago, a humble shepherd boy from Andalusia in Spain, who is content yet restless. He has chosen the life of a shepherd because it gives him the freedom to travel, to wander across fields, villages, and the open countryside. He finds joy in his sheep, in the simple rhythms of the seasons, and in the chance to read books while watching his flock. Yet beneath this apparent contentment, Santiago harbors a deeper longing for meaning and adventure. This longing takes root in a recurring dream that disturbs him with its persistence. In the dream, a child tells him that there is a hidden treasure waiting for him near the Egyptian pyramids. Though unclear and incomplete, the dream leaves Santiago unsettled and curious, as though the universe itself is whispering a secret that he is meant to unravel. Seeking clarity, Santiago visits a gypsy woman who interprets his dream. She tells him plainly that he must go to the pyramids to find his treasure. Skeptical yet intrigued, Santiago leaves, only to encounter an old man named Melchizedek, who introduces himself as the king of Salem. Melchizedek is mysterious, wise, and filled with truths that pierce directly into Santiago's heart. He tells the boy about the concept of a personal legend, the unique destiny that each person is meant to fulfill. According to Melchizedek, most people abandon their legends due to fear, doubt, or comfort, but true fulfillment comes only to those who dare to follow their dreams. The old man explains that the universe communicates through omens and that when a person desires something with their whole heart, the universe conspires to help them achieve it. As a symbol of encouragement, he gives Santiago two stones, Urim and Thummim, which will help him interpret omens when he is in doubt. This encounter plants a seed of courage in Santiago, pushing him to abandon his familiar life as a shepherd and pursue the call of his dream. With youthful enthusiasm, Santiago sells his flock and sets off to Africa, filled with hope and expectation. But soon, reality strikes with harshness. In Tangier, a foreign city with an unfamiliar language and culture, Santiago is tricked by a man he trusts and loses all his money. Alone, penniless, and far from home, he feels defeated, realizing how vulnerable and naive he truly is. This moment becomes a test of his resolve. He can either give up and return to Spain, accepting failure, or he can continue to believe in his dream and start again. Santiago chooses perseverance. He finds work with a crystal merchant, where he spends months helping to improve the man's struggling business. Santiago uses his creativity and determination to introduce new ideas, like displaying crystal in an attractive way and selling tea in crystal glasses to attract customers. His innovations bring prosperity to the merchant, and Santiago begins to save money. The time with the merchant is not wasted, for Santiago learns valuable lessons about patience, persistence, and the importance of taking risks. Yet he also sees the danger of complacency in the merchant, who has resigned himself to a life without pursuing his dream of going to Mecca. Santiago realizes that he does not want to grow old with unfulfilled desires. The crystal shop becomes another stepping stone on his path, reminding him that his true treasure still lies ahead. With renewed faith, Santiago joins a caravan crossing the vast Sahara Desert toward Egypt. The desert becomes not just a landscape, but a teacher. In its silence, he begins to understand the language of omens and the importance of listening to the world. Along the journey, he meets an Englishman who is studying alchemy, the mystical science of transforming lead into gold. The Englishman introduces Santiago to the idea of the philosopher's stone and the elixir of life, symbols of ultimate mastery in alchemy. But more importantly, Santiago learns that true alchemy is not only about metals but about personal transformation, the purification of the soul in pursuit of one's destiny. This companionship strengthens Santiago's desire to learn the language of the world, the universal language that goes beyond words, connecting all beings through the soul of the world. The caravan eventually arrives at an oasis, a place of refuge and neutrality in the midst of desert wars. Here, Santiago's life changes profoundly when he meets Fatima, a beautiful young woman of the desert. Their meeting is not just a chance encounter, it feels destined, as though the universe itself has conspired to unite them. Santiago falls deeply in love, experiencing a connection that transcends words. For the first time, he feels the pull of another kind of treasure, love that fills his heart with joy and meaning. Yet this love also presents a dilemma. Santiago wonders if he should abandon his quest for the pyramids and stay with Fatima. But Fatima, embodying the wisdom of the desert, encourages him to continue his journey, reminding him that true love never stands in the way of destiny but supports it. Her faith in him strengthens his resolve, and Santiago learns that love is not a barrier to one's personal legend, but rather a part of it. During his stay at the oasis, Santiago begins to interpret omens more clearly. He foresees an attack on the oasis and warns the chieftains, who take precautions and successfully defend the community. This act reveals Santiago's growing ability to listen to the soul of the world, and it earns him respect. More significantly, he meets a wise and powerful figure known as the alchemist, a man who has achieved mastery in the art of transformation. The alchemist becomes Santiago's final and greatest teacher, guiding him beyond intellectual understanding to spiritual awakening. He teaches Santiago that the true quest of life is to discover one's own treasure, which is not always material but often lies within. He emphasizes courage, reminding Santiago that fear is the greatest obstacle to realizing one's destiny. Through their journey together, Santiago learns that the process of pursuing one's personal legend transforms the seeker, just as lead is transformed into gold. As Santiago and the alchemist journey deeper into the desert, Santiago continues to face trials that test his spirit. At one point, they are captured by warring tribes and face the threat of execution. The alchemist challenges Santiago to demonstrate his connection with the soul of the world by transforming himself into the wind. This impossible task terrifies Santiago, but he surrenders to the desert, the wind, the sun, and finally to the hand that wrote all. In that moment of surrender, he transcends fear and connects with the divine, realizing that he is a part of the universe and the universe is within him. Miraculously, he manages to communicate with the forces of nature, and the tribal chiefs spare their lives, awed by his power. This experience marks Santiago's ultimate initiation into the wisdom of the world. He has learned that true power comes from unity with the universal soul. Finally, Santiago reaches the Egyptian pyramids, his heart racing with hope and anticipation. He begins to dig for the treasure he has dreamed of for so long, but instead, he is attacked by robbers. They beat him and mock his quest, telling him he is foolish to believe in dreams. Ironically, one of the robbers reveals that he too once dreamed of a treasure buried under a sycamore tree in Spain, at a ruined church, the very place where Santiago first had his recurring dream. In this revelation lies the greatest twist and truth of the story. Santiago's treasure was not waiting for him in Egypt, but back where his journey began. The long path, the desert trials, the love, the teachers, and the lessons were not wasted, for they transformed Santiago into someone who could understand and embrace the real meaning of his treasure. Santiago returns to Spain, to the old ruined church where he once slept as a shepherd. Beneath the sycamore tree, he digs and at last discovers a chest filled with gold, jewels, and precious stones. His dream was true, yet the true treasure is far greater than the material wealth. His treasure is the journey itself, the transformation he has undergone, the love he carries for Fatima, and the wisdom that he is one with the soul of the world. He realizes that one must follow the path of their personal legend, for in doing so they fulfill not only their own destiny but also contribute to the greater harmony of the universe. With joy and gratitude, Santiago prepares to return to the desert, to the woman he loves, his heart forever changed by the odyssey of the soul he has undertaken. In the end, the alchemist leaves readers with a timeless message. Life is a journey of following one's dreams with courage and faith, listening to the silent omens of the universe, and discovering that the true treasure often lies not at the end, but within the journey itself. Santiago's story is a metaphor for every dreamer who dares to pursue their destiny, a reminder that the universe speaks in its own language, and that fulfillment comes only when we have the courage to listen and to act. Paulo Coelho's masterpiece whispers to every heart that reads it, encouraging us to chase our own personal legends and to believe that the treasure we seek is already within us, waiting to be discovered.